one person on. Woohoo! When was the last time we did a live? Like 6 months ago?
Yeah, probably. It's been a long time.
So we picked the perfect time. We picked 1:15. We picked 1:15 Central Time on a Saturday.
Yeah.
We got rained out. We're running around doing errands. So I figured we'd jump on. And we have one person on right now. So
Hey, James is in the Lowe's right now.
James is returning some flooring from our flooring project that we just finished up.
Yeah.
So we were cruising around, so we figured we'd jump on live, see if anybody else was getting rained out today, or I just had a cold, nasty day.
Yeah.
And
there we go. 6 people.
Chris Ovard, how you doing, sir? Yes, we figured we'd jump on, just maybe answer some questions real quick.
Yeah.
Since we were just going to be chilling inside. Diane Brodeen. Well, I bet you it's nice and warm and sunny where you are, Diane.
California.
It's cold and rainy here. And when I say cold, it's like 53. It's not really that cold, but it's rainy. We can't do anything outside.
Yeah.
So figured we'd jump on here. I know we have a lot of new subs.
Yep.
So we hit 30,000 on 30,000. Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Sunny and 52 in southeast Iowa.
I know we rarely ever get like a cold, rainy day in Texas.
Corn cob country.
Corn cob.
That's when I think it's a defamatory remark in Iowa to call somebody a corn cob. Windy and wet in Scotland. Jay Thistle. 80 and 50.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice. Yeah, so it's like 50 something, but it's rainy. It's going to rain all day. It's not going to rain real. Oh, that's terrible. Snow in Connecticut.
Crazy. Sad thing.
Lisa Clark's 52 in El Paso. Mark Edwards. How you doing, Mark? We haven't got to talk to Mark live in a long time.
Yeah, I know. Long time.
We're just doing, we were plotting and scheming some ideas today. Daniel Flowers.
I thought it was at Food 401. No, it's a Lowe's parking lot.
Yes, it's a Lowe's parking lot live stream.
Where they actually have nice internet.
Yeah, and we actually have decent connectivity here. So we were out in the bustling metropolis, and so we figured there'd be good cellular connectivity. So we figured we'd go live, and we were just talking about. I think we're talking about building a greenhouse, maybe.
Yep.
And
man, that is a big dog. Great Dane.
We're not Sabbatarians. We don't keep the Sabbath. We do keep the Lord's Day.
Yep.
But we don't keep the Sabbath.
Nope.
And we're enjoying this.
Yeah, this stuff's super good.
Good belly probiotic.
We got this stuff at
Aldi's. It's very good. Pomegranate blackberry.
It's like $2, but it's organic and
it's yummy.
Stuff like that. Yeah. Has like 80 billion probiotics or whatever. Yep. So, hit 30,000, went right on by it. We're at like 30,200 or something. So,
we got big plans for the homestead.
Yep.
I think we're going to build a greenhouse. What else are we plotting and scheming about?
We're doing the kiln, the wood kiln.
We're doing the solar kiln. Yep. We've been milling. You saw the oak mantle, and some people were wondering like, why were you saying this was going to like ruin your Thanksgiving? Well, if we had footage of the whole thing, it was incredibly heavy, y'all.
Very incredible.
And
very stressful.
And and the floating idea is an excellent idea. I'm curious at how anybody gets that to work, so to speak, with something that's that long.
That big.
Yeah, that big. It was very, Texas Mom wanted it to be super beefy, chunky. So, it was some incredibly difficult to get those. The pilot holes, if individually they fit perfectly.
And the thing weighed like 200 pounds. So if it actually fell off, it would have totally destroyed all of the, would have cracked the
hearth. The
hearth.
Yeah, the tiles.
With the tile and everything like that.
Yeah, and then Matt's only got one good arm.
Yeah,
so we're kind of like a man down trying to make it happen. And we got it to work. It took a while. It took 4 or 5 tries and some ingenuity and some homestead.
Yeah, and I had a couple people commented too. They wanted an update on my shoulder. My shoulder's doing good. I think it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I went for my checkup, and everything is doing really good. I got 100% range of motion in my shoulder.
Amen.
So I got
Praise the
another.
Lord. God is good.
I think I got another.
I think you got like what, 3 more weeks for your next.
Yeah, I got 3 more weeks, and then I'm going for my last appointment, and then I'll be 3 months
Rehab.
in, and then I'll be 100%, and I can start doing stuff again real slowly and getting back into it.
Rehabilitating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen. Thanks everybody for praying.
Yeah, definitely.
God's good.
Yeah, we got the log yard all the way, pretty much moved. Like 90% of it moved yesterday. Do you sometimes forget that?
I think he does. You know, I'm always like, hey, your arm. Because he kind of just like wheels around like nothing's up. I'm like, relax, dude. You're not supposed to be using that thing.
Yeah.
There's plenty of time to use it when you're supposed to be, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, God's good.
Yeah.
God's good.
So we tested out our tractor's hydraulic system. And, yeah, overall build yesterday.
We're finishing the boneyard.
Yeah, we picked up some 42, 44-inch round logs. They probably weigh...
Oak.
Yeah, oak. And they probably weighed at least a minimum of 1,500 pounds.
Yeah, easy. They could have been real close to 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, because the tractor weighs about I think it's like close to 2.5 tons or so. And you could feel when you lift it up, the back wheels kind of pick up. So you were like, whoa, it was a lot of weight. So at least we only had like probably 4 or 5 of them to move. And
and then we've been talking about buying pallet forks, and a very good friend of ours. Do you want to announce the dude cast?
Well, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
too.
and because I was gonna mention Tom's dad was talking to me.
Yeah.
So really, really good family friends of ours is getting into beekeeping,
full-time,
like commercial beekeeping. And he's talking about maybe wintering his bees down here.
Because of his job. He has to get the jab. And he's like, I ain't getting it.
We can't talk about that on the GooTube, so
Nope.
we can't talk about those things because we must censor ourselves. You know what I mean? We must control our speech to the overlords so that we bow in obeisance.
So we get our paycheck every month.
Yeah, so you get
So stupid. So stupid.
But yeah, so really, like, kind of like our best friends, they were like, you know, he was asking me about keeping his bees, and he said, hey, do you have any way of, if we palletize these bees, of getting them off? And I was like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, we got our tractor. I said, we just need some pallet forks, and we're out there moving the boneyard and bringing it into the yard. And my neighbor says, hey, I got some pallet forks for you. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, they're even green. So they're John Deere green. Yep. We were going to go run them today, but it's been raining. So we haven't checked them out yet. But yeah, it's pretty awesome how, oh, here comes James. He got his return done. That kid can return anything, y'all.
He literally can.
Literally.
We were like, do you have the card that you bought him with? Oh, no. But they'll take him back anyway.
He puts on the Texas charm, y'all, and with the cowboy hat, he just makes it happen.
Cowboy hat and spurs.
Here, I'm gonna let him slide in this one.
Yeah, he gets in the middle seat.
You need to come in with your driver's license for a return.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, but we're live right now.
It's fine. Well, I can stay here and entertain them.
Yeah. You can
It's only gonna take a minute. They got
tell
it all
him.
set up.
Tell him about.
tell him
about the dude cast and all stuff.
Right. And when you close the door, I'll hold the tripod here.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Everyone's jumping on here. All right. So it's just me in the truck. So new podcast is going to be awesome. I already got an episode up, so you can maybe afterwards or while you're listening here. I wanted to start a podcast and I didn't really know how, but then hello, Michael, and I just wanted to start one because I think it would just be super cool. I could talk more about stuff over there and not make people get mad on YouTube. So because I have that effect like my father does on people. So yeah. So anyway, made a podcast, and it is called the Dudecast Podcast. I think it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I don't know, Apple Podcasts, and it's on, I'm starting a YouTube channel too called that too, but Apple, Spotify, and what's the other one? Amazon too. I got that on Amazon podcast too, I guess. So my buddy Tom up in Indiana, he is running all the technical side of it. I'm editing the podcast and everything like that. So anyway, that's going to be super cool. It is super cool. First episode's up. I'm going to be making another podcast today, this evening. We like to do it when all the little ones are asleep, so it's nice and quiet. And it's super cool. Today's podcast is going to be about prepping, and all types of super cool stuff is going to be mentioned in there. So it's a good, me and my buddy Tom have been friends for over 8 years now, and me and him, we just have super cool chats and everything like that. And we're like, dude, the type of phone conversations are like so serious and everything like that. We're like, we should just like, maybe not record them, but we should just go ahead and just make a podcast about us talking and everything like that. Here we go. Let me see here what y'all are saying. Where did you get your hat from? I got this one from Cavender's. Don't mind my sloppy hair, but this is Cavender's. It's only a 3X. It's not like a $300 hat or anything. It looks really sweet. I absolutely love it. This is actually all the Cavender's hats. Yes, all the Cavender's hats are made right here in Longview, Texas, which is absolutely awesome. I mean, that's better than America. Better than them being made in America, to me anyway. So, and this one was only like $60, and everybody always acts like it looks really, really nice, but yeah, it's only about like 50 something bucks or so if it's not on a super crazy deal. Let me see. And how's the audio, y'all? This is my dad's new, my dad got a super good deal on a iPhone 13 Pro Max Plus, blah, 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 whatever Apple likes to call their new stuff. What's the name of the podcast? The podcast is the Dudecast Podcast, and I'm going to be getting the whole YouTube channel set up for that, its own channel, because the last time I talked on my channel, I lost 30 subscribers, and that's a lot of people that I made mad. Okay, hilarious. You have a heart. Okay, sound is normal. Sweet. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Didn't know. Yeah, it was pretty cool. We used to buy all of our stuff from Boot Barn, and their selection and everything's just kind of meh. It's not really good. So we were like, let's go ahead and go over to Cavender's, because my James went over there, and he was like, dude, there's all this epic stuff, and the staff over there is super cool. Cavender's originated here in Texas. It is a family-owned business, unlike Boot Barn. I don't know any of Boot Barn's backstory or anything like that, but anyway, yeah, so super cool. I can support a family-owned business, and I just absolutely love that. So yeah, super cool about that. What else do we got here? Helped out some neighbors milling up some wood. Got a new chain for the little chainsaw today. Alrighty. Dad is back.
We're back. Well, I'm back.
He's back.
James is just getting another threshold. So what did I miss? What did I miss?
Some guy.
Did you tell him about the Dudecast?
Told him about the Dudecast. And
Gray Marlin Holmes said howdy.
Yeah.
Of Texas. Well, howdy, neighbor.
Yep. So
what y'all been talking about?
just updating them on stuff and
All right,
everything like
all
that.
right.
They wanted to know where my hat was from, so
Cavender.
Cavender's.
Do they know about Cavender's, that it was founded in Pittsburgh, Texas?
Yep. yeah.
Okay. Filling you all in with some Texas history.
Yeah. Yep. And that the Cavender's hats are made right in Longview, Texas, too.
Yeah, how cool is that, huh?
I told him it was it's better than made in America. It's made in Texas.
Cavender family is from Tyler. I do believe you're correct, sir.
Yep.
South Texas, outside Corpus.
Okay.
We've been down there once. We might be going back down there again really soon.
Yeah, maybe.
Very soon.
Maybe. So, but yeah.
Temporarily.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. The weather's been really nice lately. It's been really nice.
Weather's been perfect.
Yep. Leaves are changing color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been good. Getting a lot of work done.
A lot of work done.
We have lots of projects always going, and it's kind of hard to keep things straight. And then with the littles, it's it's fun.
Yeah, we worked on getting a lot of. I think I made like over 8 candles today, and then I'm just keep on trying to make sure everything's in stock coming in and everything like that.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody.
Definitely.
I think we are going to not have this. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Hold on a second. You need to tell them. Okay, look. Somebody just asked us. You need to tell them if you want to wait till James gets here. You need to tell them what happened on the beach. You said you were going to do a video.
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
I probably should.
And we never did. And then somebody posted today in the community like, "Are you ever going to tell us what happened?" And I know Lone Star. I don't know if Lone Star's on right now.
I know.
But everybody, all 5 people have been chomping at the bit to know what happened on the beach in South Padre Island. So do you want to tell us, or you want to wait for James will be back? He's just getting a threshold, and then he'll be back here in a...
Yeah, I guess we could tell him, I guess.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. The thing was that we rented this golf cart. And the guy that we rented it from was like, you're not going to be able to get this thing stuck. And when we heard him say that, we were like, okay.
You said that to the wrong person.
First of all, he said that to the wrong person. Thank you. Okay. Second of all, what was he going to say? We did not know about the whole rules of the beach. Like you can drive on certain parts of the beach and everything like that. The whole time we did not see a single golf cart go up and down the beach. But on the north side of the beach, there's trucks and everything that are going like 80 miles an hour down the beach. But whatever. And they have like big like donut parties and stuff like that down there. So whatever. We bought the golf cart for 24 hours, rented it. And we went out for a little joyride on it. Did not get caught by the cops. And
we all went out.
Passed a cop.
Yeah,
and he was perfectly fine.
We all went out on a family.
Yeah.
And we saw that. We passed the cop while we were on the beach.
But we were on the north side of the beach.
And some people were giving us a stink eye, and I literally said, "Man, I wonder if you're supposed to have these on the beach." Leno. And
so anyway, so we get into the hotel and everything like that, park it underneath the deal and everything, get the little paper slip so it's all legal and everything, and park it there. And Mom's like, you know what would be a good idea? And we're like, what? And she's like, if you got up real early in the morning, which we would never thought Mom would ever say this, get up real early in the morning and go out on the beach. And we're like, okay. So we wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, and I like wake Mom up. I'm like, hey, we're going out on the beach. She's like, okay, be safe. We go out for an hour, just like cruising around out there and everything. And, well, actually, let me rewind. Once we got back from our family trip, then us 3 boys went out and ran it through some salt water, really deep salt water. So much so, we hit this big pocket at like 20 miles an hour. Boosh! And it got some salt water in the air intake. So we had to like let it like drain or something because they wouldn't like start or anything.
Freedom Homestead.
So then we started it back up and it finally went. And then they have on the side of the beach, they have these little dunes. So we started hitting them. I mean, it's a rental, so you can do this stuff.
They were unsupervised, y'all.
No, yeah, totally. Except for the...
Yeah, it was Mom's idea. She would have killed him if she knew all this, she would kill him.
Yeah, so, and then we kept going, and then I was like, you see that big one? Hit that one, James. And he did, and we just went poof, and he just totally bottomed out, and then we had to dig ourselves out. But anyway, on to that 5 o'clock in the morning. We're out there, driving around for an hour or so, and we were shooting a video real early on the beach, so when we came back from the hour-long drive out on the beach illegally. And
Illegal.
illegals. So, and then we come and park it like right in front of the hotel. And we're on the other side of the beach. You know, the golf cart's here and we're over here. And we're doing our video. And this cop car pulls in. And we're like, okay. And he goes over and kind of checks out the, he checks out the golf cart. And then he pivots his vehicle towards us. And then it goes from just the normal drive lights to the big fog lights. So you can't really see them anymore. It just feels like
They blind you.
You blind you. And then all of a sudden, at like 80 miles an hour, this other cop car comes from the other side. And then another one swerves around and then we boxed in. And all my friends said I should have went and we should have like swam away. Because I was the only, they didn't have like Navy come in or anything behind us. But, which it should have. It was kind of lame.
They might as well had.
I mean, they had 3 guys to do one golf cart deal. It's
Yeah.
very sad, very sad. So, anyway, they come out and first off, they're not allowed to do this, but they were like, "Is that your golf cart?" Like, nah, it's not our golf cart. Of course, me being a citizen, me being
Good
nice
citizen.
and all, a good citizen, I
Good
said,
citizen.
"Yes, that's mine," and I parked it there. Now, this was the beauty of it. This was like the blessing in disguise. They did not catch us driving it. First of all, you need to have a permit to drive that, okay? Which I don't have, which I'm working on. I have a learner's permit, but I left my learner's permit in East Texas. So they were like, "Where do you have your driver's license on you?" I'm like, "No, I just made it up." I was like, "Yeah, it's up in my hotel room." And they're like, "Okay," and whatever. And they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm making a video or whatever. And you know, they asked me what's my name 3 times in a row. I'm like, you know, I can't say it now, but I said it. And they were like, "Where do you live?" And I told them this. I was like, if I tell you where I live, you will have no idea where this is. I'm like, White Oak, Texas. And they were like, "Oh,
Where's that?"
Where's that? And I was like, I'm like, there you go. Okay, that's where I live.
Right next to the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So, and then I told them our room number and everything, blah, blah, blah. And then there was like 20 minutes of just like this stare down that we did, like an intimidation stare down, I was like, and then I was like, I just started coming up with a solution because I wanted to get rid of them. So I was like,
Well, the whole point was you were trying to film this video.
yeah,
At sunrise.
at sunrise.
Right.
And they were like, yeah, so when were you going to shoot this video? And we were like, right now.
Like right at sunrise.
Like right now, like right when the sun's rising, right now. And they're like, "Oh, okay." And then, yeah, so we wait, and then I'm like, "You want me to just like pull it off?" "Oh, no, nope." I'm like, "Okay. Well," and then finally, they were like, "Do you have a phone on you?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Well, you probably just go ahead and call your dad." Well, actually, the weird thing is that they were like, does your mom and dad know that you're down here? I'm like, "Yes." "Are they asleep?" I'm like, "Well, you just asked me that question, so why would they be asleep?" "No, they're not asleep." I pointed up and I was like, "Yeah, that portrait there, yeah, they're out there right now. They're looking down, watching us right now." So, yeah. Oh, so annoying. So anyway, the very not so nice lady there told me that you're not allowed to drive the golf cart on the south side of the beach, but the north side's perfectly fine because trucks and everything drive down there. So I called my dad and I was like, "Hey, look, we're not allowed to drive the golf cart on this part of the beach." And very rudely, she said, made up the law and said,
I came out there and shouted at the boys and said, "You dumb punks." No, I didn't do that.
Can I have your driver's license?
Now what do you need?
You have to have it to buy
goodness.
it, but you don't have to be there. I just
Oh,
my-
goodness sakes alive.
when you're buying with the
Wow,
stupid
this
credit.
is like security.
all
I
right.
know it's Lowe's. It's terrible.
Sorry, cliffhanger here, y'all.
Okay, hold on. Matt's telling the story. I got too many cards in my wallet. Can you
Just hold on, everybody. Everybody's jumping on.
The story about what?
About the cops,
About the
dude.
cops, dude.
5050?
Okay, so where were we?
So we
We're
were
about- okay,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
so-
not allowed to drive the
You're not allowed to drive it. And then I called Dad. I'm like, "Hey, look, we're not allowed to drive it." She's like right next to me. She's like, "No, sir. You're not allowed to drive that golf cart on the beach, period." I was like, "But you just told me that I just have to drive it over there. And you're not allowed to drive it past said water tower. I was like, oh, okay. I don't know. There's 3 water towers on the island. So I was like, okay, whatever. She like pointed in a weird direction. I was
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
okay, sure. So dad comes down.
Some arbitrary limit.
I don't know what happened to you because the 2
I still wonder what happened to me.
the one lady stayed here to keep us from running away. We stayed here, but what happened when you walked out? What were they like?
It's kind of it's vague.
Okay.
I don't exactly remember.
Mm.
I think
Okay.
I drove it back into the
Yeah,
hotel.
you did.
Yeah.
And then eventually, yeah. So you brought down your driver's license and everything like that. You
Yeah.
drove it away. They were like, okay, sir. And, you know, the whole time we were saying, you know, because we're very respectful to cops and police and, of course, you know, the authority and everything. And we're like, look, seriously, like, we're never going to do this again. And we are super sorry. And I didn't know. Like, we absolutely didn't know. If we did know, we wouldn't be driving it on the beach, of course.
Of course.
It shouldn't have took 40 minutes to figure this out. It should have been like, hey, look, can't drive it on the beach. Go pull it off the beach. You know, it should have been like a little 5-minute deal. But, oh, no, it couldn't be that, you know. So.
They were really ticked, I think, because the hot donuts had just come out at the donut shop. And I think they were in line at the donut store to get the hot donuts.
And somebody called.
And now they were upset because they were going to get the mildly cooler donuts.
Somebody called the cops on us because they've never been out. They never came through the way that they came in. They never came in that way.
And
before.
all of them, you know, I looked at it as we were doing them a favor because I felt that all of them could have used a donut break.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed like they had exceeded their daily caloric intake for the day at 5 o'clock in the morning. And they really looked like they needed like maybe a little intermittent fasting or something.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, if they were really like looking on the bright side, we were doing them a favor. I mean,
yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, well, I can imagine in South Padre, because I've heard it's like really wild during spring break.
Yeah,
but,
super wild.
So I get the fact that, you know, I have...
but does it take 3 cops for some teenage kids?
But that's modern day policing, you know. Instead of serve and protect, it's, you know... Harass and collect. And it's, you know, it's silly. And it's, you know, then you have the whole, well... Anyway. I won't speak. Anyway.
But now you know the story.
So that's the story, y'all. So we can pin this video under the picture so that everybody else can find out.
Exactly.
James has the threshold.
Yep.
All right. So we can finish the flooring project.
Sounds like a great thing.
What kind of truck? This is a
F-150 04.
04 F-150
with 230,000 miles.
And James, by the way, just bought himself a pickup truck.
Yep, James I found his truck on online.
Excuse me, more.
Here you go. All right, there's James.
There's me.
Yeah, so go ahead and tell him about your truck.
My truck?
His truck is exactly like my truck. It's the Lariat and everything.
Yep.
And
04.
It's 04. It does not have the middle seat where he's sitting. Other than that, and it has 35-inch tires, all terrains.
Yep.
I'm sitting in the shop right now, getting once over.
Hopefully it's going to get a little punch list of minimal things that need to be done.
I think the brakes need to get done.
The CV joint needs to be done.
CV joint needs to get done.
V.
CV joint.
Yeah, CV joint. Yeah.
CV, not CB. CV. And what else? A couple other things, minor, real minor things. His truck, and I think we'll know everything by Monday.
Yep.
They'll be back in the shop and look at it and everything like that. So yeah, that'll be super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I need to get a little bit of body work done to this truck, and then I think I'm going to I'll video it definitely. I want to Raptor line this truck. I can do it for about like a little over $200, and I can Raptor line it, and it's a bed liner.
No.
So you gonna try to call me? You can just answer it real quick.
Hey, mama.
We're on live stream.
Hey.
Butter? Coconut.
Butter and coconut milk. Got it.
Oh yeah. What are we making,
What are you
Mama?
making?
What you making?
You're live.
You're making what? Pie.
Pie.
Oh, yeah, more.
We're making more pies.
Okay. Alrighty.
Sweet. Apple pie?
I'll add it to the list. Butter and coconut milk. Got it.
Butter and coconut milk.
Okay.
Oh, if the coconut milk's for the pumpkin pie, Mom, you could just substitute it for regular cashew or oat milk. It doesn't need to be coconut milk. So just butter.
James is
No,
no.
James is
No, you
schooling
can't
us.
substitute the butter. I'll get you the dairy butter. Not dairy butter. Alrighty. Got it. Bye.
All right.
Alrighty.
That's kind of interesting because, we've done live streams in the past, and usually when somebody calls you, it interrupts your live stream, but apparently it doesn't do that
And
anymore.
everybody's saying it looks good and it sounds good. Check the...
Yep, yeah, the catalytic converters, they usually do.
Oh, okay.
Live call-ins, right?
Have you got any ideas for upcoming videos? We have lots of upcoming
We have
videos.
lots of videos in mind that we're going to do.
She could have texted us and listened to the live chat. Why are you guys not having dairy? We used to have a dairy cow.
We used to have 2 dairy
We
cows
used to
and
have
milk
two dairy
them.
cows. And we had an A2 cow. We've just cut out dairy. My wife had some serious health challenges.
We
and
thought she was going to have... We thought she had cancer.
yeah, she very well could have had
Yeah.
severe thyroid cancer, and the Lord healed her of it. So we cut out dairy. We cut out a lot of things. No cheese.
Butter, no.
Against my
That's the only thing me and him disagree on.
That's the
milk.
yeah.
See,
Because-
my buddy, he totally agrees exactly like me.
Really?
Yeah, and not Tom, but Tom's friend. If Tom's friend's watching, he believes exactly like me because I was like, "What do you think about dairy?" He's like, "It's terrible and an awful thing for you."
Yeah. Good dairy's good for you. Bad
No,
dairy's
it's not.
bad for
No,
you.
it's
No,
not.
it's-
It's not good for you.
You see how
Come on.
fat we were on those videos back then? You wanna talk about something?
Yeah, keep
Dude, you're like
eating,
100 pounds
Keep
overweight.
eating pies the way you're eating pies. Keep putting sugar in your
Wow.
coffee.
I stopped
All
actually.
right. Well, there you go.
Boom. Pow.
Yeah, but dairy's a big thing, dude. You want
When you mix
just-
dairy with gluten.
dude, you can be so unhealthy, and if people just take out dairy, it's amazing.
Oh yeah, dairy and gluten.
Like,
Because those two
Gluten.
things with the sugar mixed in, oh man, that's like
Well,
the
it's the-
it's
trifecta.
like the
It's the-
trifecta of
It's
death.
processed wheat, is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can eat einkorn and different ancient grains.
You can eat einkorn and-
Technically, that's gluten,
yeah.
but it's not gonna.
Einkorn, dude, that's like chewing on rocks. I'd rather eat some stinking rice.
No, it's
Wow.
not. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, well, it's so good. Tastes like you're stinking.
Corey
eating
Wassel,
something for $1,000.
where you been?
Dairy's good for you.
I love
Fat.
dairy.
Yeah, he
I
loves
could
dairy.
I could live off milk
That
and cheese.
the only reason he's still alive is because we stopped dairy.
Yeah, exactly.
He'd have both shoulders bad and his knees be blowing out right now.
Yeah, while I'm eating all this healthy stuff and both of my shoulders are blown up. So there you go.
Yeah,
That's
but
not from
That's
gluten or
bones. That's not.
that's arthritis.
body.
That's
Arthritis.
arthritis.
Look
And that's
here.
why I
Hopefully
keep
good
trying
belly.
to up my probiotics maybe or something. I don't know. I'm
Good
trying to get
belly.
rid of this. Hey y'all, put all your arthritis tips in put all your arthritis tips in
Yeah,
the
we're gluten
chat.
free also.
Yeah.
Gluten free, dairy free.
Taste free?
No.
No, it's
It
yummy.
It used to
It's a
be
yummy
taste
life.
free. Up, there you go. Boom. Answer my question. Squatty.
A 150 squatty.
That is shameful.
No rada.
Shame.
That is super. Like that's a worthless. Look how worthless that is. Look how low he made it.
Yeah, it's silly.
That's
He-
so funny.
He needs some adjustable.
Let's see. Let's see.
It's a white guy.
Oh, it's a kid.
It's some
That's
new
why.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's some young kid thinks he's super cool.
The flowers, Pamela's is one of the best.
Well,
people
we
ask us all the
use-
time about our bread.
I mean,
Pamela's
it's a
is
mix.
the best.
With gluten free, it's a mix.
Best of the best.
So
is
you can
Pamela's.
get pre-mixed all-purpose, which it's gonna be rice, it's gonna be oat, it's gonna be tapioca, it's gonna be sorghum, it's gonna be a bunch. With gluten-free, you got to use all different types, and when they're mixed together properly, it makes an amazing product.
Oh yeah.
Reading Good Belly,
Good belly.
drinking Good Belly. It's at Aldi's. It's very good.
Blackberry pomegranate juice.
Yeah,
It's
and it's got probiotics and everything. It's very good, and it's not too sweet.
Works.
What was that?
Something works for arthritis.
Celebrex. Oh man, I can't do the pharmaceuticals, man. There's some new jab you can give yourself that's for arthritis. I just can't do it. I got to try to do it the old El Natural way. I'm just not. Me and pharmaceuticals don't get along too good. So I'd rather, I'm kind of like rather.
Turmeric.
I've been doing the turmeric.
Yep.
In my Texas Boys Sleepy Time tea at night.
We use coconut oil for a lot of stuff too.
We put coconut oil in a lot of stuff, so I'd get lots of coconut oil. I'm doing the turmeric. I'm doing the probiotics.
Yep.
I'm taking a probiotic. I juice ginger literally 5 days a week. So I juice fresh ginger 5 days a week.
He's thought of it all.
Keep it coming. Collagen. I've been taking a collagen supplement.
Moringa.
I have a moringa tree. I just have to preserve it till spring. But I'll be doing some fresh moringa. So yeah, any super awesome natural stacks that I can do for arthritis, just email us, and I'll try any type of natural supplement.
Put lipstick in his nose.
He just put chapstick in his nostrils. That's a new one.
He went like this,
Yeah,
and then he went all up in
Yeah,
here.
that is some serious hillbilly
And then
action
put
stuff
back up
right
his
there.
mask. Oh my goodness, that was priceless.
Carnivore diet dressed. No. Carnivore diet is not what you need to do.
Well, we're gonna disagree. The carnivore diet's good for what it's good for.
Yeah,
All right.
it's good for if you're like caveman or something.
Bone broth. We make our own bone broth.
Yep.
So
Carnivore diet is
people
not
don't-
sustainable though. There you go.
no, carnivore diet is
It's
not
not.
sustainable.
No, 100% not.
So-
And you need vegetables to like keep you alive, like kind of.
No, you don't.
Yoga.
I do lots of stretching.
Yoga, LOL. No, stretching
Yeah.
really helps.
Yeah, I do lots of
You
stretching.
can almost touch his toes.
Yeah, and I could touch my toes if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Something would rip, tear, pop, or snap, or break, but I could do it. And I might just do that just to.
Sorry, don't go with yoga, please.
Yeah, no,
No.
we stretch. We don't need the.
No.
We're ready for another freeze.
It shouldn't be like last
We'll
year.
see what happens.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I just need some positive mental attitude. I just need to tell myself, you need caveman.
How old are you?
I reckon the arthritis. How old is TD? I am 46 years old. And I used to be a meathead, kind of like bodybuilder kind of thing. And so I lifted a lot of weights, probably improperly and everything. And that probably has a lot to do with it. And I just randomly developed this problem with my left shoulder like 7 years ago, and it would come and go and it never went away. And I got a bone spur, and now I have encapsulative arthritis in my left shoulder, and
Right
my
shoulder.
good shoulder's hurting. And so I just think it's like old man disease is what it is. And it's serious. And so now I wear weights on my arms, and the weights, it's like a traction, and it totally works. I'm thinking of developing a product, a wearable weight product to, because the weights on my arms totally alleviate the pain. It's just when you take them off after about a couple hours, the pain starts coming back.
Now you can't take them off.
So now I can't take them off. Thinking about crazy gluing weights to my arms. Something like that.
That'd be interesting.
Like washable.
All right, so now we got to go to the
Walmart.
Walmart.
Beast.
We need to get stuff for pies. Is a company coming over? Is that why?
I
she's
think
making
so.
pies?
Probably.
Yeah.
We're getting almond butter.
I think
by
we
the
have
way. It's
almond
not, it's
butter.
not dairy butter.
maybe two. I take K2. Sorry. Yeah, I take K2.
Keep going, come on.
Keto's low inflammation. Yeah.
Keto,
I have a tens machine. Yeah, done tens.
broccoli, greens,
Yeah,
avocado.
I've
I mean,
done
we're
that.
using all
I've been to 6 different types of chiropractors. So I've been to
for years.
advanced orthogonal technique, non-direct force technique. I've been Gonstead.
Texas join it. They're selling it.
Man,
Sugar is awful for arthritis.
yeah.
Sugar is awful for everything.
I take all the mushrooms and stuff. Yeah, and yeah, I'm working on it. Acupuncture. I've never done the best results I've had from a treatment is a Rosti, and it works really good. But it's $250 a pop, and
Adds up.
and it has lots of exercises, and I do my exercises every day, but oh well. Thanks for trying, guys. I've been trying to solve the riddle for 7 years now, and I'm still working on it. But we're getting a little bit older every day, so it doesn't make it easier.
So we went on a hog hunt on Thursday.
Yep.
Off subject. Hog hunt.
Well,
It's not a hog hunt. It's actually just
was
an
the night
animal. It's
before
just an
that-
animal
got my
hunt.
vaccines when I was little.
Yeah. So
now, we started
left-
before Thanksgiving. And then we went until Thanksgiving.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we actually hunted from.
Wednesday night,
It was Wednesday. Was it Wednesday?
Thanksgiving morning.
We hunted from Wednesday to Thursday on a side by side UTV. We started at 7, got home at 2:30 in the morning. Awesome trip. We kill 2 raccoons,
2 possums,
2 possums,
2 rabbits,
2 rabbits, and 1 armadillo.
and we almost shot a hog, and you shot a deer.
Yeah. So
That we
it was
couldn't
a
find.
lot. It was a lot. And then
But they
we
couldn't find the deer.
couldn't find
they
the deer.
looked for an hour
we
and a
looked
half.
for an hour and a half. Couldn't find the deer. It was a doe. So that really stunk. But maybe it was just a bad shot, and she went. But anyway.
But we only saw one run off.
And
what happened?
all the stuff that we shot, we skinned up, and the rabbits are still in the cooler. We need to get them and eat them.
Yeah,
Because Buddy skinned them all up for us to eat them.
possum, raccoon, turkey.
Oh, good. He did process them. Okay.
Yeah. We weren't just shooting them and throwing them away. No.
So you has a pet possum?
Really?
Pet possum. Check
Lots
that
of
out.
people do in Texas.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
My great grandpa has a possum right now.
I think the dirty effects do show up later, which is what nobody wants to talk about during the present circumstances that surround these stuffs and the things and the what.
I wouldn't doubt it for a second.
We all know that long term there are buildups of stuffs and toxins and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Well, it's been great hanging out with everybody.
Yeah.
And we're going to get on to our next location. I don't want to distract young Matthew while he's driving.
No.
We could continue the streams, but I don't want to do that.
That's okay.
And we have company coming over.
Yeah, we got company, and we'll have to do it again.
We got to make more pies.
When we have country, like, what do you call it? Stick and rock internet? What do you call that?
Yeah, rocks and sticks.
Rocks and
interwebs.
sticks internet. Where you literally have to hit rocks and sticks together to get your internet.
Yeah, our internet is terrible, and we're not getting
Tesla
we're not
net.
getting plugged into the
stars.
Starlink anytime soon.
Yeah.
So even though we already visited Starbase and we got our good dose
Our
of
internet's like when you
propaganda.
take a nice fuzzy cover out of the dryer and then you zap it against yourself, and then eventually it'll run out.
And and Matt told him about the dude cast. So
Yep,
is that
Dudecast.
that's going to be on? Is that going to be on YouTube as well?
It's on
It's
YouTube.
going to be on
Oh,
YouTube.
it's not on YouTube.
We're using Podbean to distribute all of it, so I think it's going to be like $10 a month after 5 of our podcasts go up. But you can find it on Apple. What's the Apple thing called?
Yeah, it's on Apple. Mhm.
Yeah, it's on Apple.
iTunes.
iTunes. Sorry, I couldn't. On iTunes, Spotify, and what did I say? I said it all before.
Yeah, iTunes, Spotify. It's going to be and all your,
And Amazon Podcast too.
Amazon
Podcast.
Amazon Music is what it'll be on.
Amazon Music and Podcast.
Audible. Jaggy Thistle says it's on Audible.
It's on Audible? I don't know. Tom's been working on it, so I wouldn't doubt it for
And
a
it's not going
second.
to cost y'all $10 a month. It's going to cost them $10 a month. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Lovely
They'll get it
stuff.
for free.
I'll get it for free. But anyway,
Mike says Apple Podcast, which
Apple.
Oh, did they do? They might have
They probably
They
did.
might not do
Yeah.
iTunes anymore.
probably
They're
Apple Podcasts.
rebranding.
Alrighty, y'all.
Well, I'll check and see if I'll check on your email. You're
Will
going to
do.
give me the Arthritis. I can't even. I have arthritis in my tongue. I can't even say it. The arthritis.
Bummer.
All right, y'all. Hope you all have a very wonderfully blessed day.
Now you know what happened with us and the cops.
If I have caveman internet as well, I'll
We
just-
super roll with the caveman internet.
We've been
It just
rolling.
makes uploading a video impossible. Ooh. And correcting a spelling error. Wink, wink. Antonia. All right. We'll see y'all. See y'all
All
in the
right.
next video.
Bye.